It's Gina Brogan. How are you? There, that's better light. What's this? Oh, wait. That's the whole point. Look at this. Look at me now. I have a ring light. I have a light. Ay, that's so bright. Oh my gosh, that's super, super bright, isn't it? That's ouch. There we go. Let's tone it down a little. Hi. Okay, how is everybody? Look at me. I've got my lemon water. I've been drinking lemon water for 2 days now, just because. And a little chunk of ginger. I like to chew on ginger. You should try it sometime. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Marlis. It's been so forever. I thought today I would pull some oracle cards from my very own deck. What do you think of that? Let me know if you would like me to pull one for you. So what I also want to talk to you about is something really fun. I would love for everybody to be able to imagine themselves beyond their current circumstances and use your imagination. And why I love to do this, obviously, is because that's how I manifest. That's how I create my next level lives, right? Yay, Marlis, I will pull a card for you. That's how I have created this life that I'm living now, the life that I help other women to create, from using some time each and every day to, first of all, tune into their intuition, tune into the healer within, and then to create from their imagination the life or experiences that they truly, truly desire. And this is very empowering. And one of the things that, that I love to do is look at what's going on right now and say, how will I use this for my good? How does this help me grow? First of all, welcome to this new world order where we're really looking at a very different way of life for so many of us. And how can we use this to grow? First of all, we know that everything is happening for our growth, right? Everything is happening for us, not to us. We are not victims. We are creators. And if you continue to really feed that into your belief system and say, I am a creator, what am I creating? Well, if you can consistently, even through these challenging, difficult times where there's a lot of fear out there, if you can consistently go to that next level place of, in your imagination, into that quantum realm of possibilities, and create a beautiful vision or feelings or relationship or exciting, or whatever it is you want to feel within your body, in your life, what you're doing is you're informing the universe. You're informing you're also informing the universe, you're communicating with the universe, but you're also connecting with your intuition. And taking the time out to do this every day helps you to connect with what's truly inside. What is that desire deep within you? Because if you're like many people, you have become overwhelmed, exhausted, depleted. You've pushed down your desires. You've been told stories that say it's selfish or mean or greedy or entitled to have certain desires. And I am here to tell you that actually it is your birthright and your responsibility to know the joy that lives within you and to bring it out and to express it, and let that be how you express your life. So I am here to help you tune into that joy within and pull it out, become friends with it, and celebrate yourself for who you are. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Thank you for saying hi. If you're on here and you would like a card, please say yes, please. Say I would love a card like Marlis did. Now, I want to take this even further to how does this help you now? How does this help you in this crisis? Well, we don't know what to expect, right? But we do know we have right now. We know we have this moment, and there are benefits to you tuning into your spirit now and healing from the inside out. And hi, Dion, how are you? I miss you too. Dion just was here for 3 days in Los Angeles, and it was amazing. So what we're doing here is connecting with our here and now. We're strengthening our connection with our spirit, and that helps us to heal, and it also helps to build up your immunity. When you have a very strong connection between your heart, your mind, your soul, and your body, you build up immunity. Now, the other thing, I keep saying, getting to it, creating those visions, creating those dreams, allowing those dreams to come to your surface awareness, you're giving yourself something to live for, something to look forward to, something to be excited about. And as we know, when we care, when we're driven, we're passionate, we've got something to look forward to on the other side of our challenges, that builds our strength, right? So I really, really encourage you to think about every single day, go to your journal and write about what you're grateful for. And you can also write about what you're grateful for that you are creating from your future. Act as if it's already here. Act as if you've already created it. Oh, I'm so grateful for the powerful community that I've built online, or for my course that I've sold and is really successful and is changing people's lives. I am so grateful for the successful retreat that I hosted. These are examples of things that I create from my future. I create future memories. I create gratitude lists from my future because I'm calling it in as though it's already done. And this is one of the ways that I manifest, and I keep rising up. I keep calling in more, and I keep expanding my experience and my ability to manifest and my magic touch. This is how you create your magic touch, and you reinforce your magic by tuning into your intuition. And this is one really, really powerful way you tune into your intuition, by being grateful for that which you may not have physically manifested yet, but in the spirit realm, in the infinite, in the quantum realm, it is done. And the more you continue to attach to that, the more you call that in, the more energy and attention you focus on that powerful future, the more you make it tangible and real. And then you will start to see examples and evidence in your life through synchronicities, through coincidences, through just going through life. You will see your manifestations come into physical reality. And then what you must do is celebrate them, take notice of them, have parties when something small or large that you have written down in your journal or thought about or told a friend about, that comes into your physical reality. You say, oh my gosh, I manifested that, and really celebrate it. Bring that energy, that highly charged emotional energy, into that experience. And the universe, you're just strengthening your connection to it. You are cording yourself to it more strongly than ever, okay? So, I'm not sure if I just heard our doorbell ring or not. I don't think so. So anyway, oh, you are magical, Dion. You are so magical. We are all magical. Thank you for that. We are all magical. Do you realize that? We all have these powers to heal from within, heal our spiritual lives, our mental states, our emotional lives, and our physical lives. The more we love ourselves, we become healthier, we become wealthier, we become more loving, we have more healed, satisfying, successful, long-lasting, healthy relationships, and we become more magical because we learn to live in this state of faith. Even when there's fear and panic around us, we know that we are safe. We know that we are here to be leaders. We know that we are here to lift and shift those around us. We know. And when you live in that state of faith of knowing that everything that happens is happening for us, not to us, that gives you even more strength, right? Do I have something in my teeth? I have. I did. It's gone. Look at my big mirror. That's my mirror work and meditation mirror right here on my bed. This is my bed office, by the way, you guys. I'm working from my bed office right now. And if you saw earlier, I took a beautiful ride to the beach and kept my social distance from anybody and everybody and got some fresh air, got some exercise. Last night I did yoga. If you want to know something amazing, aren't there so many amazing resources being shared with the world right now? See, people are taking advantage of how can I give back? How can I share with the world and continue spreading love and light everywhere? Well, Core Power Yoga, my favorite yoga studio where I got my teacher training done and spent many, many years doing yoga, practicing yoga there, are doing free online yoga classes for anybody. And if you know anything about that, you know, I mean, people pay good money for that. And like I used to be a black tag member, which meant I had full access to all of the classes, and that was $150, $185 a month. So this is something you get for free. Why does it keep looking like there's things on my teeth? Now I think there's a spot on my phone right where the teeth is. So if you want to know the link to get the free digital Core Power Yoga classes, they're full on 60-minute classes and they're really amazing. So I will post this in their link in the comments here. There's so many people doing their active classes online. So this is one of my favorites. So I did that last night and I felt so good. So good. One of the things you can do to help yourself is to keep your habits of self-care active and strong during these times. So get your exercise in, drink your water, do your meditation, keep on journaling, tuning into your next level self. And how do you continue to stay connected to your tribe? This is one of the ways I do it. I've been doing live streams twice today. I'm calling. I'm on my phone almost all day long, talking to my family, talking to my friends, checking in with people. I hopped on a group Zoom earlier. It was only for a few minutes because my Wi-Fi started not working. But anyway, just continue to connect with people, continue to build up and ask for help. If you're feeling isolated, scared, or lonely, ask for help. Reach out to somebody. Message me if you are like, hey, Gina, I'm feeling like the fear is creeping in. Message me. Find a meditation. Right? I was going to say, Linda, you're on here and it's awfully late for the East Coast. What time is it? Midnight 37. Yes. Can't sleep. I know how that is because I'm one who definitely has struggled to sleep lately. So I'm glad you found me. Hopefully this will help you just feel calm. I'm just here sharing in, loving energy. That's what I'm here to do right now. There was something else I wanted to say about the habits of self-care. These are going to be really, really important through these uncertain times. When you are confused and you don't know, go to your habits. And meditation, if you have a hard time meditating, there are wonderful online YouTube videos of just sleep meditation or just calming meditation. There's a lot of people offering free services right now. So, I forget what the other thing I was going to say was, but yes, if anybody would like a card, I will pull cards right now. Reach out. Oh, this was the most important thing. This was the thing I wanted to share earlier today and right now. When you are going into fear, when you are feeling depressed and overwhelmed, yes, I'm pulling cards. I will pull a card for you, Linda. And if anybody else who's watching doesn't mind, if I put Linda at the top of the list because she's on the East Coast. So it's almost 1 a.m. and maybe if she gets her card, she'll be able to fall asleep or yeah. So we've got, hopefully you guys will understand, and I will do Linda and then Marlis. I know you're on Midwest time. Anybody else? Antoinette, I don't know what time zone you're in, but let me know where you're coming from. So those are the 3 so far. I'm going to have to get to where I keep a list. This was the thing I was going to say. If you're feeling fear and overwhelm take over, if you're feeling isolated and lost, if you're feeling scared, if you're feeling like you've made all the mistakes, if you're feeling shame, that's what happens a lot of time when fear comes over. You start to shame yourself and say, I'm doing everything wrong. Oh, Antoinette, you're on Connecticut too. So is Linda, right? You're in Connecticut. Welcome to my East Coast people. And Dion, you're in Canada. Thank you guys. This is the thing to do. Reach out to people and offer help. Say, I've been just texting my local people, hey, do you need anything? What can I do? How can I help you? And then reaching out to my people in my Facebook Messenger that I have relationships with. Hey, how are you? Just saying hi, and just doing that to say, I'm thinking about you, you're okay, I've got you. And so what that does for me, I'm being really, really super selfish in doing that, it just helps me, because one of the fastest ways out of depression is to be of service. So if you can be of service, you can feel useful, that's another way something to give you, a reason to go on, another thing to get you through your day. Because in these coming weeks of isolation, we're going to have harder time sleeping. We're going to have a lot of fear come up. We're going to feel isolated. So reach out, create online communities of your prayer groups, meditation groups, journaling groups. Create something of your own where you can support people, because if you are in a position of in a position of service and offering something, that will change your whole entire mindset. I swear to you, I promise you, it's amazing. Dion is offering help through my business and personal pages. Feels good. Yes, you are. Yes, this quarantine, we're all like doing this thing on our own. And I just heard like San Francisco, they're not even allowed outside. Fortunately, here in LA, we can still get our exercise and go to the ocean. Just stay away from each other. That's all. So be grateful for what we have. We are really, really blessed in what we do have right now. Constantly focus on your gratitude. And I'm going to pull some cards right now. So I really, really am grateful for you guys for being here and being part of this little live stream. Thank you for sharing your energy, and share any thoughts or fears that you have going on. Let's just diffuse those fears right now. And let's see, we're going to go Linda and then Antoinette. I'm just going to go geographically and then Marlis, because some people are way late at night and maybe want to go to sleep. And then Dion. And I don't know if I have any on the Pacific, whatever we are, Pacific side, time zone. But if anybody else wants, I've got you 4 up first. And let's set an intention right now. Take a deep breath. I'm actually going to tone down my speed, bring down my voice, and create a soothing, quiet atmosphere for those of you on the East Coast who are trying to sleep, because I know when I can't sleep late at night, that's what I like to listen to. I do like to listen to uplifting things and people who help me feel uplifted and feel safe and feel like, I'm not making all the wrong moves. I'm making the right moves, and I'm okay and I'm good and all those things, right? So, Jeannie, you are next for a card. I'm writing everybody's names down here on my digital notebook, which I'm obsessed with. Linda, here you go. One of my favorites, as you know. You spot it? Okay. Come on with the light. You spot it, you got it. Trying to make the light work. I did get a new light, which I love. That's as low as it goes. Okay, you spot it, you got it. So, Oh, yes, YouTube is amazing. I love it. I am not expert, just sharing my journey as I go along, ups and downs, completely open about my life. It still makes me nervous, but if I can help with just one person. Antoinette, that is all the world needs from you. You don't have to be an expert. That whole idea of expertise, of gurus, of leaders having more spiritual hierarchy or professional hierarchy than anybody else is gone. It's invisible. It no longer exists. We just being the experts in sharing our authentic experience in the moment right now, removing any pretense that we know anything more than anybody else, is exactly what the world needs. Those are the people sharing their stories are the people who are healing other people. When you share your story, somebody sees that and they're like, oh, wow, I can relate. And that's what the world needs. You are healing the world. Thank you. So Linda, you spot it, you got it. This is one of my favorites. I actually learned this from a girl who I took yoga teacher training with at Core Power Yoga. She was also at University of Santa Monica, a spiritual college. It's literally a university of spiritual life coaching or something. They teach people to become spiritual healers or whatever. And she came over to do like a session with me. This was like 6 or 7 years ago. It was amazing. And she told me this. I was saying, oh my God, I love how you're able to do this and that. And I love like Gabby Bernstein. I don't even know who I was talking about back then. But she said, well, if you spot it in somebody else, then you've got it in you. That was one of the most amazing things, transformational things that anybody ever told me. It's like, wait a minute. So what I see in Abraham Hicks, what I see in Louise Hay, Wayne Dyer, Joe Dispenza, Amanda Francis, Katrina Ruth, all of the people who I aspire to be on stage next to, or I take energy and inspiration from, I've got that inside of me. That's right. And I really, really loved that message more than anything else, because it gave me the confidence to go out and share my message like I started doing. So Linda, if you spot it, you got it. Anybody you see out there and you admire, you've got that gift as well for the same reasons that they do. So start sharing, start calling that energy in of whoever your leaders are. I know you love that your spiritual mentor Frank, and I know you've got others. Just call in those qualities that they shared with you, build them up inside of you, and then keep on sharing that with the world. They transfer it to you. This really, really hit home for me when the day Louise Hay died. It was August 30th or 31st, I can't remember now. But I was sitting there on my deck and I knew I was meditating. It was a Wednesday. My kids started school late that day. And I was out on my deck and I was really good with my meditation practice, and I had extra time that morning and had such a powerful experience. And then I felt this rush of emotion just flood through me. Louise Hay, who lived in Carlsbad, California, for those of you interested in Carlsbad, and she, and I didn't know it at the time. Later on, I went on about my day, went to work, and somebody posted, Louise Hay died this morning. And I was like, what? Oh my God. Of course, I was so shocked and surprised and stunned and like, what? And then I realized I knew, something inside of me knew that when she passed, she tapped me on the shoulder. I had that rush of emotion for no reason whatsoever. She tapped me on the shoulder and she said, Gina, you keep spreading my message. Keep on spreading. And I'm not saying she singled me out as anybody, but she knew I was teaching her work and spreading her work back then about healing from the inside out, loving yourself, doing the mirror work in order to love yourself to happier, healthier, wealthier, and in love. And I kind of took this from this card, this idea, if I spot it, I got it. So that's a full circle moment. Okay, Linda, you spot it, you got it. Let me real quickly take the flip side of this as well, because this is truly important. This goes for things that you are judging other people for, things that you are like, oh my God, I can't believe he is so, or she is so, or he did that, or she did that. It goes the same. If you find that you are triggered by somebody else doing something or behaving in a certain way that you don't like, take a look and say, is this holding up a mirror for me in some place where I might need to clean up my energy? Or is this coming up for me because maybe I do that? And maybe need to look at how I can clean up some of my behavior. So this card works on both sides of the coin. And I have, when I catch myself going, nee, 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 or being self-righteous or like sarcastic about, oh my God, I can't believe it. I look at myself and I go, really, Gina? Are you sure? Have you ever done that before? Is that, something that you might be doing in another context? Really looking at, is that classic Frank? I love it. That's amazing. Really? Which part is classic Frank? Okay, Antoinette in Connecticut. This one is for you. Another favorite. Believe it first and then you will see it. You know what? Maybe I'll turn off the light because it's just so glary. Believe it first and then you will see it. So this is everything I teach. This is everything I teach. Create that belief system within yourself. Believe that you are that next level person. Come from the energy of, this is already done. I'm already healthy. So here's a wonderful piece. Oh, the judging piece, right? It's really, really good to look at. I'm thinking about how can we look quantum leap past the current circumstances, past this pandemic fear, past the worries. How can we quantum leap to the other side of this experience? Who are you on the other side? Looking back, wow, I remember when we went through that. I remember what it was like in the middle of March. How can you say, I'm so excited that we're past it. I am so grateful we have survived, and here's what I've learned, and here's who I am now. Here's where this is so powerful, Antoinette. If you can go to that place where you've overcome an obstacle, you've overcome a challenge, and you say, looking back, I remember back before I was on the side of the challenge. And I'm so grateful that life is like, this is my new normal. So this is where this is powerful. You go to that other side, seeing yourself on the other side. So right now, a lot of people are wondering, am I safe? Are my children safe? Is my family safe, like physically safe from this virus? And what about my economic situation? What about my financial situation? Is my job safe? How am I going to get through these next few weeks and months? There's a lot of fear, right? So if you can find that piece of peace, a piece of peace every day, and look back, wow, I survived this. And what is my life like now? Who am I now? What did I have to become in order to get through this? And become that person now. How are you spending money in that place? What are you investing in? And be her now and start to really say, wow, I'm so glad I started exercising. I'm so glad. Thank you, Raquel, for sharing. I really appreciate that. I'm so glad that, I was generous in those times of sharing my whatever resources, and it's made me a better person. I'm so glad I kept exercising. I'm so glad, I kept doing whatever. So I'm asking myself this all the time. I'm noticing fear come up. I'm noticing scarcity. I'm noticing lack come up within me and saying, okay, Gina, but on the other side of this, how will you be? And how can I continue to be that person all the way through it? So this is so believe that you're on the other side of it. Believe that you get through this in a healthy way, in a financially successful way, with, everything intact. And you're not only survived it, but you have thrived through it. So who are you on the other side? And connect with the energy of that version of you and believe, create that belief system. And I have so many ways that we help create these belief systems, from creating belief systems from what we don't already physically, tangibly experience, but what we're calling in. So ask yourself, what is it that I need to believe? Believe you're safe. If you believe you are safe, financially, physically, spiritually, emotionally, in all the ways, you will see it. You will see evidence of it, and you will be able to act from that belief system. Make sense? I agree. Mindset is everything. To try to find the good in everything, and affirmations and gratitude. Absolutely. I did a post earlier tonight asking people to share what is one good thing, or as many good things as you can come up with, that is a result of what we're going through in our global community. And there's really a lot to be said for what's going positively. And I want to continue to share how we are growing from this and what is positive, what's coming out of this that is healing for the world. So create that belief system through your affirmations, through your gratitudes, through finding evidence. Look for the evidence of how this is amazing and you are on the other side. Okay. This one comes up a lot. If you want basil, don't plant tulips. Basically, the point of this, and this is for, let me go to my list. I think this is for Marlis. Marlis, if you're still on here, if you want basil to come up in your garden, don't plant tulips. Oh, good. Tune out, go to sleep. I hope this has been helpful. And so, Marlis, what I'm saying here is plant the seeds of the life you desire. Plant the seeds of the belief system you want to have fulfilled inside of you. Plant the seeds of the future you want to live, right? So if you want to live a future that is more prosperous, if you want to plant the seeds of a business, or you're so welcome. Thank you so much for being on here and for engaging. I really, really appreciate that, Antoinette, and I'm really glad to welcome you into my community. So planting the seeds of what you want means you affirm through your words, through your thoughts, through your actions, what you desire. So if you desire to have positive relationships, you desire to build a business, you desire to have more prosperity, you desire to be wealthy and healthy and happy and in love with life, you desire to have a certain home, whatever it is you desire, plant those seeds through your thoughts, through your words, through your actions. So if you like I desired to have a business, a coaching business, so I started acting as if. I started to talk about it. I started to think about it. I started to plant the seeds by getting a certification and by just putting it out there, coaching people and inviting people to have free coaching sessions from me. And I just planted the seeds and continue to water the garden of my basil garden. Now, the tulips are amazing, but I'm saying since I wanted to be a coach, I had to sort of not put my energy in things that I didn't want. I'm not saying I don't love tulips, but I'm saying I wanted basil. So that meant I had to put more money and time and energy, resources into my basil garden rather than doing other things that were off topic. And so you really get to prune your garden by where are you focusing your energy. If you want certain things, are you distracting and diluting your focus by doing other things that maybe you don't need to be doing anymore? Maybe they're not serving the next level version of you. Be very careful about where you're spending your energy and your time, even if they're worthwhile and worthy ideals and beautiful tulips. If they're not basil and you want a basil garden, continue to nurture your basil garden. Is this making sense? So maybe you can look around at the areas of your life where you're really, you're spending time. Maybe it's your old self, it's old habits, spending time out of fear that maybe you will be judged for doing what you really, really want to do. It's just a thought. So if you are trying to stay safe and secure by tending to this garden, when really this is the garden you want, it might be time to spend less time over here and shift your focus, pour your energy into your basil garden. All right, I hope that is helpful. Thank you so much, Marlis. And then I think we have Dion. Dion, this is your card, and I'm just gonna mix them up. Let's see if we get a new card. And you guys, this is my very own deck, by the way. Oh, good. You are so welcome. Thank you for being here, Marlis. It's been a while since I've seen you, and I really am glad you're here sharing your energy with us. This is a beautiful group tonight. So, yes, this is my very own card deck that I started putting together last summer, and I really love using it. So, here's the card, Brain Dump. All right, this is for Dion. Brain dump. Are you overwhelmed with ideas? Yes, you are. I already know that. I know that personally that you are. You've got amazing ideas, so many. Your brain is just spewing out amazing, wonderful ideas. So much energy coming from you. You are definitely in an expansive phase in your life. I just happen to know that. So what I encourage you to do, based on the card here, is to brain dump. Right? Get all of it out. Get it out, get it out, get it out. Clear some space because it's so overwhelming sometimes, right? When we have all these wonderful ideas from all around the different aspects of our lives. Get it all out, and then what you are doing is decluttering. It's like you're clearing out your closets, think about doing KonMari on your closet, the magical art of tidying up. Life-changing magic of tidying up. So take everything out of your closet and then put it out and let yourself kind of sit with what really needs to come up. And you can do this. You can spend the next 3 days just putting it all out, writing it out in your journal, this idea, this idea, this idea. And what happens here is you will let the important things float to the top. Okay, but sometimes we get clogged because we have so many ideas, so many beautiful things in our closet, but some of them were ready. They no longer spark joy. Sometimes they no longer spark joy, so you can get rid of them in your journal. I call this a journal because this is where my journal is right now. So get it out into your journal. Just make a list of everything that is on your mind. Make a list. Okay, I'm going to do 2 things. First of all, you can make a list of the things you feel like you have to get done. Like, oh, I've got to do my taxes. I've got to declutter my room, my closets, do the laundry. You can make a list of everything that you have to do, things that we have to do in the world, right? And do a process. It's called the placemat process. This is an Abraham Hicks process. It's really, really powerful and effective. And put it all on a master list. And then you take another piece of paper and you put a line down the middle, and at the top you say, well, here are the things that I will take care of. Like, I can do these things. Here are the things I'm going to get the universe, I'm going to ask for help from the universe and do these things. And put a whole ton of things on that list for the universe to take care of for you. Like, I don't know how to handle this. This feels too big for me. Let's hand it to the universe. I will do my part. Universe, you start, and you will see magic unfold. Like, the universe actually will, present like the gardener to come and clean up your yard or whatever. Maybe a tax accountant will come across and you'll connect with a tax accountant, or magically, like, somebody will just come and take care of something. So the universe will provide these solutions for you and take care of some of these things off your list. So that's one way to do a brain dump. If you're feeling overwhelmed with too many things to do the placemat process, okay? The second way you can look at this brain dump is if you have ideas and amazing, amazing ideas that you want to manifest and call into your life, put those, dump those out onto a piece of paper. And like, I want to call in a new house. I'm calling in a partner. I'm calling in a, new teammate, somebody to work on my team to help me out. I'm calling in, I want to do this new course. I'm creating this new, product, and I'm doing this and this. All these wonderful ideas. I'm creating new retreats. I'm doing the blah, 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 blah. All of the exciting things that are lighting you up, put them on a list too. And you can keep looking at the list and refining the list and really pare it down eventually to the ones that light you up. Go back to the plant basil, not tulips idea, okay? Where you can get really focused on only the important ones. Because if you're going to get all disorganized and overwhelmed, then you might find yourself spinning your wheels and not getting anything done, right? Hi, Angela. Welcome here. Thank you for coming on here. So, Dion, I hope that was helpful. Do a couple of brain dumps if you want. Things that you have to do, and there's so many things that you've got a lot to get done. Ask for help. And in the universe column, that can be people on your team, that can be your friends, that can be your kids. You can start enlisting your children in doing certain things. This is a great time while we're all home together to teach your kids how to do new things, right? How to do age-appropriate chores that will actually, you've raised a few of yourself, actually change your life, because you no longer have to do it, B, you're empowering your kids, and C, it's creating so much more freedom in your life, right? These little things create a lot of freedom. So, okay, one more card for Jeannie and Angela. You just joined us. If you'd like me to pull a card for you, let me know in the comments, and I will do so. So, Jeannie, if you're still with us on the live stream, let me know. Here is your card. Vortex rules. Okay, these are rules for living in the vortex. And you can make these rules for living in your vortex. No whining, no complaining, no gossiping, no fear-mongering. Wonderful rules. You can put this here. I'm going to have to, I feel like I have to turn it around, right? So you can read it. Look. Vortex rules. No whining, no complaining, no gossiping, no fear-mongering. This is a wonderful thing to keep in a sign on your house, on your refrigerator. If you have people who default to fear, it's okay. No need to shame them. We can just say, as a reminder to myself, I am not going to whine, complain, gossip, or fearmonger. What a great reminder for all of us, right? It's so easy in these times. I found myself the other night going into, oh my God, I had these fearful images of my kids getting coughing, and I was like, stop it. Okay, I am so glad this came up, because this is something I've been wanting to talk about really, really since last night. I taught myself this. I'm like, I've got to share this. This is brilliant. It's a simple little shifting thing we can do. So if you think about, okay, you may or may not have heard this analogy before, but and I talk a lot about the mental diet of like really being vigilant at the door, the gatekeeper for the thoughts that you allow in. A lot of thoughts are going to come in, but you have the choice to not allow yourself to dwell on them or make them bigger, right? So if somebody cuts you off in traffic and you go, yeah, you can go, all right, oops, I got mad. I'm going to shift to like, hey, I shouldn't be getting mad and stuff like that. If you catch yourself in any one of these like sort of negative states of thinking and spiraling, do this. Think of it as like, if you think of it like you get a burning ember on your shoulder. And this is an analogy from Emmett Fox, who teaches the mental diet, who, you can YouTube mental diet on, Google it. But if you get an ember, a spark from a campfire falls on your shoulder. Well, if you flick it off immediately, it does nothing. It's gone, no damage, right? But if you wait even just a moment, it will like burn a hole in your shirt, and it will burn you. and it will grow bigger. It will fester, right? That's like a fear thought or a gossip or, anything that is intended to grow negative feelings. It's toxic. We don't want that. It's okay if it comes, but flick it off. And then here's the shift. This is like an NLP process, like a neuro-linguistic processing thing, where you do a grounding thing that reminds you. So a habit of shifting your thoughts. So see that ember, flick it off and go, hello, bluebird. And I just thought of what's a really happy, positive thing. And I thought of a little bluebird on my other shoulder. And I'm like, flick that off. Oh, hello, bluebird. So calling that physical energy into my body by doing that every time, going, ooh, I just said something rude or mean or nasty or condescending or agreed with somebody who was putting someone else down, and I piled onto it and I said, stop, flick it off. Hello, bluebird. Okay. And just inside my own mind and body, I'm making that shift. So I'm going to stop that energy from building and then go to a lighter place with my little bluebird friend. Isn't that fun? So think of your own way to notice when you're engaging in some kind of, thinking that doesn't serve your next level. Be the gatekeeper of your own thoughts, right? Be the gatekeeper. Here, let's see here. I can't see all the comments. Yes, so powerful. And Sherry, I don't know if you asked for a card or not, but if you have not and you would like one, please say yes, please, and I will give you one. Angela, I will pull a card for you now. You are new in my community, I feel like. I don't know that I'm recognize your name, do I? Thank you for being here. Okay, well, this is a wonderful one. Shine your light. We are all here on purpose, with purpose, and for purpose. None of us is an accident, all right? God, the universe, does not make accidents. We are here on purpose. There is a light inside of you. There is a purpose that is in you. You are here to shine that light on the world. And as Les Brown says, there's two important days in your life: the day you're born and the first one is the day you're born. The second one is the day you realize why you're here, what your purpose is. So Angela, do you know your purpose? What is here to shine your light? Plug your toaster in. I have a wonderful experience to share. I have a good girlfriend who is, she's also a client. She has worked with me in my online groups, one-on-one as a client. She's calling me back in to be, she wants to work with me again one-on-one to work through some of her new challenges to get to her next level. And she's had so many great experiences working with me. She wants to do it again, which is amazing, which tells me I'm in the right, I'm living in my purpose, right? And she is very, very talented. She's doing work that doesn't light her up. And every time she steps into her power and her energy of doing what she's here to do, her whole entire energy just shifts completely out of the world. It's just it's so obvious, right? Yes, totally resonates. I've been doing lives every day, helping the world through this. Yay! I'm so glad you're here. And now we can all follow you. We can follow you and watch your live streams, because that's what we need more of, right? We need more people sharing our light, not being afraid to be sharing our imperfect messages, because it's just about showing up and shining our light the way it is coming through us, however it's coming through us, not worrying about offending people or saying the wrong thing or not being perfect or whatever, just showing up when the energy is flowing through us. So yay, I'm so glad. This is a perfect card for you. Thank you for showing up and shining your light to heal those around us. Just sending a healing thought and sharing some healing energy. I feel like we've gathered a really healing tribe here tonight, and I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you. Yay, yes indeed. We can follow each other, we can share each other's I love to just share each other when everybody's doing their work. I love to see people living their purpose. I love to also, make that connection with like when Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, like that was a really clear example of somebody who was living in his purpose, right? He was so in his purpose. There was nothing else that guy could have been doing in his life, right? He was doing it without apology, without holding anything back, just full on 100% being the himmest him he could be. And that's what I want everyone to do. Be the youiest you can be. Another example of that is, there's so many examples of people who do that. But Tim Russert, who was a political guy, news guy, I just like that guy was born to do what he was doing. So wonderful. So keep on shining your light. Everybody out there doing the journaling, allowing the things that light you up. I was on a podcast yesterday, this morning? No, yet. I don't remember. I think it was Monday morning. Yeah, it was Monday morning. With Megan Lockhart at the Hello Life Academy. She interviewed me on her podcast. And one of the things that, what was I just saying? It completely just escaped me. Oh, she asked for like, what's one thing people can do to tune into their intuition, to like feel worthy? Because one of the things that keeps us from doing the work we're here to do is our worthiness issues, right? We tell ourselves the stories that, you can't get paid doing what you love. You can't do the things that you want to do because you have to struggle and suffer. And I think it's the opposite. The more you step into your power, the more easily and quickly the clients will come, or the jobs will come, or the money and the support will come to support you in being that version of you. When you find it, when you allow yourself, you strip away all of the barriers to you showing up fully in your fullness and amazingness, that's when the world, the universe will respond. So she was, what is one thing people could do? And I said, write a desires list. Write out 50 things that you desire only for yourself, not for world peace, not for solving world-ending hunger, or nothing like that. Not charitable things, for you, because that helps you access within yourself what you truly desire. You're connecting with your inner self. You're connecting with your subconscious. Things that you may have repressed. You've told yourself the story. It's greedy or selfish to want those things. Allow those things to come through. Allow yourself to write down all the things that you want simply for you. It doesn't matter if they're shallow, material things, the way you want to look. Maybe you want a boob job. Maybe you want straighter, whiter teeth. Maybe you want, massages every week. It doesn't matter. Don't judge yourself for any of it. Write down what you want, own what you want, and that will help you connect with your worthiness. You are worthy of it. You're worthy of all of your desires. And so if you do that one thing, write down 50 things that you desire only for you, big things, little things, material things, deep things. What if they're just relationships? What if you can start with, what do I want in a relationship? I want connection. I want laughter. I want passion. I want adventure. I want security. I want safety. I want to go Trader Joe's shopping with my partner. I want to have shared meals. I want to raise our kids together. Whatever it is, they can be anything. So I just rattled off 10 things I think that I love about my relationships. So, this is amazing. It's all good, right? Okay. Anybody else? You're so welcome, Angela. Thank you for being here. And I am working on my 3-video manifestation series. I'm just doing the back end work and was with a private client for all of this weekend for 3 full days, and that was super duper intense. And so I'm still playing catch up with my life, but that's on its way. It's coming. For now, enjoy. Ask me questions if you want anything. If you have questions about anything, let me know. Send me a comment here in this thread, or personal message me. Thank you guys. Have a fabulous night. Keep shining your light. You spot it, you got it. Clean up your vortex. What else? We had a lot of good. Do the brain dump. There was so much stuff in here for everybody, you guys. And how much do you love my cards? I love them. I love them. I love them. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. You're amazing. Bye.